The power of believing in yourself. A life-changing story. Have you ever stood in front of a mirror and seen a stranger? Not because you didn't recognize your face, but because you couldn't find the strength behind your eyes. Have you ever questioned whether you mattered, whether your dreams had any weight, or whether you were enough? If you have, then this story might be the reminder you didn't know you needed, the spark that reignites the flame in your chest. Because the truth is, everything changes when you believe in yourself. Not in a vague, motivational poster kind of way, but in a real, visceral, world-shifting way. This is the power of believing in yourself, a life-changing story. Our story begins in a quiet, overlooked town where dreams were small and expectations even smaller. In this town lived a girl named Alina. She wasn't born into privilege, talent, or popularity. She was average, according to the world. Average looks, average grades, average voice, but inside, she had a restless heart and a mind full of impossible ideas. She would sketch designs in her notebooks, build stories in her head, and daydream of changing the world. Yet the world around her constantly told her to be realistic, to stay small, to not get ahead of herself. Every time Alina tried to rise, there was someone waiting to bring her back down. Teachers overlooked her, classmates mocked her quiet confidence. Even at home, her ambitions were seen as cute distractions from what really matters. Over time, the doubts planted by others became her own voice. She started to question herself. What if they're right? What if I really am just ordinary? She started playing it safe, blending in, hiding her ideas, shrinking her presence. Her light dimmed, not because it wasn't there, but because no one else seemed to see it. And then came the breaking point. It wasn't a dramatic fall. It was subtle, a slow erosion of confidence, until one day she looked in the mirror and realized she didn't recognize the person looking back. Not because she had changed, but because she had forgotten who she was. But somewhere in that quiet despair, a seed of defiance was planted. It came from a book she stumbled upon, one about an artist who had been rejected dozens of times before becoming a global icon. That story lit something in her. The realization that every success story starts with someone who refused to stop believing. She began to wonder, what if the only thing standing between her and everything she dreamed of was her own belief? Not to become successful, not to prove others wrong, but to try, to believe, even if no one else did. She started with one act of courage. She entered a local art contest. Her hands trembled as she submitted her work, knowing full well she might be laughed at. And still, she smiled. Because for the first time in years, she had shown up for herself. That small act became the first step in a much longer journey. Alina started to reclaim her power. She woke up earlier to sketch before school. She stayed up late watching tutorials, reading stories of creators who had built something from nothing. She began sharing her work online, at first anonymously, afraid of judgment. But slowly, followers trickled in. Not thousands, just a few. But they left comments like, "This moved me," and "Thank you for sharing this." It was enough to keep her going. A stranger from another country messaged her saying, "Your artwork helped me through a dark time." That message didn't just bring tears, it brought transformation. Because for the first time, Alina realized that her voice mattered. She mattered. With renewed courage, she began pitching her work to magazines, offering freelance designs, and even launched her own digital portfolio. The rejections came, many of them brutal. But this time, she didn't interpret rejection as a sign to quit. She saw it as part of the path. Every no brought her closer to a yes. And then, one day, it happened. And that visibility? It became the foundation of her own creative business. Years later, the girl who once doubted everything now runs a thriving design studio. She speaks at conferences, mentors aspiring artists, and travels the world sharing her story. Not because she was the best, not because she was lucky, but because she believed, when no one else did, when it was easier to hide, when the weight of the world said she couldn't, she did. And here's what Alina always tells people when they ask how she did it: the world will doubt you. But you have to believe in yourself enough to keep going anyway. That's its job. The truth is, belief isn't magic. It doesn't erase fear or guarantee success. But it does one powerful thing: it keeps you moving. And movement is everything. It's how dreams are built, how walls are broken, how legacies are born. Believing in yourself doesn't mean you never fall. It means you rise one more time than you fall. You don't have to feel confident every day. You don't need to have all the answers. You just need that one decision. I'm going to try. I'm going to back myself. I'm going to bet on my own story. And when you do that, when you choose belief over fear, you begin to attract everything that's meant for you. Opportunities open, people notice. Doors you thought were locked start to crack open. And even if they don't, you build your own. Alina's story as proof. Not that everyone will make it if they believe, but that no one makes it without it. You must be your own foundation, your own fan, your own fire. Because the world doesn't give you permission, you give it to yourself. So if you're watching this right now, doubting your dream, your talent, your future, hear this. You are enough. You are capable. You are not too late, too old, too broken, or too far gone. You have a gift, a purpose, a spark inside you. And it's waiting for one thing: your belief. Don't let the noise of the world drown out your inner voice. Don't let someone's limited vision define your future. Don't wait for validation to start. Start now, with shaky hands, with a nervous heart. Start where you are, use what you have, do what you can. Because the moment you believe in yourself, not just casually, but fiercely, relentlessly, deeply, is the moment your life begins to change. Remember, the world doesn't need more perfect people. It needs more real ones. More dreamers, more believers, more people willing to bet on themselves. So go out there and be one of them. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button. Also, subscribe to our channel before you go. Thank you for watching.